Hello everyone. In this session today, we want to take a look at some of the group policies for Windows Server Update Services. We looked at the specify intranet location. We also looked at client-side targeting group policy, but we want to look at some more of the other policies that you can use with WSUS. We're going to go into group policy management and we're going to create a policy. We're going to expand the forest, expand the domains, and expand the add term domain. We want to make a policy on group policy objects. So we're going to right click on group policy objects and say new, and the name that we're going to give to the policy is WSUS Group Policies. Click OK to continue. And we want to then expand group policies and edit the policy that we just named. So we're going to right click on WSUS Group Policies and edit. We're going to click on Computer Configuration, Policies, Administrative Templates, Windows Components. And we want to look for Windows Updates, and that's usually at the bottom of the list. So we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the list. And here we have Windows Updates. We're going to double click on Windows Updates to open it up. Straight at double click again. And here we have some policies dealing with Windows updates. Now we already looked at specify intranet Microsoft Update Service Location in a previous session. And we also looked at enable client-side targeting. So we're going to look at configure automatic updates. So we're going to double click on this policy and we're going to enable the policy. Automatic updates have a number of options. And we want to look at some of those options. The first one we're going to look at is auto download and notify for install. If you select this option, it means that the client computer will receive downloads automatically in the background. But when those downloads are ready to be installed, you will be notified. This option is the default option. So again, the downloads will come down in the background automatically, but before they're installed, you will get a notification or message, and you click on the message and you have an option to select which updates you want to install. Let us look at number 2. Notify for download and notify for install. And for this one, you get notified before downloading any updates, and you get notified again before installing them. So this is a bit different from the previous one where the downloads came down automatically without you being notified. For this one, you're going to get a message before downloading any updates. And then when the updates are ready to be installed, you're going to get another message. You will see that an icon will appear in your status area. And when you click that icon, you're going to have an option to select the specific updates that you want downloaded. And then when that download has completed, you're going to get another icon again in the status area with a notification that the updates are ready to be installed. And again, clicking the icon or message will give you the option to select which updates to install. We want to look at number 4, the fourth option here. And this one gives you the opportunity to schedule the updates. So you will decide when the updates will come down. You see here on the left-hand side, you have the schedule. You can click on the schedule and you can say which day you want the updates to come down on. And you can also schedule a time for the updates to come down. There's a default schedule for all installations, and the default is 3 a.m. You can change that default if you wanted to change the time. Windows will restart your computer automatically if you have an update that requires restart to complete the installation. But if the user is signed on to the computer when Windows is ready to restart, you will get a notification and you'll be given the option to delay the restart. So you're not going to be automatically pushed off of your computer. You will have an option because you're going to be notified, and you are then able to delay the restart. If you didn't click on that option, when you close your computer, and the next time you open the computer, the update will begin. For the fifth option, allow local admin to choose setting. If you choose this option, it means that the local administrator will be the one who will be setting your automatic updates, and they will select a configuration option of their choice. So those are the different options that you have on the automatic update. Let's cancel this box and go and look for another update that is commonly used. Do not adjust default option to install updates and shut down. So let's open that one and click on enable. Once you enable this policy, you're going to be able to manage whether the install updates and shutdown option is allowed to be the default choice in the shutdown window dialog. So you have to decide if that's what you want. If you enable this policy setting, the user's last shutdown choice, hibernate, restart, etc., is the default option in the shutdown dialog box, regardless of whether the install updates and shutdown option is available in the what do you want the computer to do list. Let's cancel this one and let's look at another one. Allow non-administrators to receive update notifications. Look at that one. Enable the policy. If you select this policy, you're going to be able to control whether people who are not administrators will receive update notifications based on the configure automatic updates policy setting. So if you enable the policy setting, Windows Automatic Update and Microsoft updates will include non-administrators when determining which logged on user should receive update notifications. Cancel this one. And let's look at allow automatic update immediate installation. Enable. If you select this one, this group policy, it tells you whether the automatic update should automatically install certain updates that neither interrupt Windows services nor restart Windows services. If you set the status to enable, automatic updates will immediately install these updates once they're downloaded and ready to install. If you set it to disabled, those updates will not be installed immediately. Cancel. And let's look at no auto restart with logged on users for scheduled automatic update. I think this is an important one. Let's enable it. And this has to do with scheduled installation. If you have an installation that has been scheduled for a particular time, automatic updates will wait for the computer to be restarted by any user who is logged on, instead of causing the computer to restart automatically. So if you schedule the installation, let's say for 4 p.m., the computer will not shut down at 4 p.m. if you are on the computer and you are performing a task or you're doing something on the computer. What will happen is that the update will wait for the computer to be restarted before it brings the updates down. Now, if the status is set to enable, automatic updates will not restart the computer automatically during the scheduled installation if a user is logged on. It will restart that computer after the user restarts the computer. But you have to be aware that the computer needs to be restarted for the updates to take effect. Cancel that one. And let's look at delay restart for scheduled installations. If you choose this option and you set the status to enable, the scheduled restart will occur the specified number of minutes after the installation is finished. So you can say that you want your computer to restart 10 minutes after the installation or 15 minutes after the installation. If the status is set to disable or not configured, the default wait time will be 15 minutes. So if you don't set this and you have a scheduled time and you don't say, well, I don't want the computer to restart right away, give me 15, 10, or 20 minutes, the computer will restart after 15 minutes. But remember, this policy will only apply if you have the scheduled installation update set. If you have the configure automatic update policy disabled, the policy then will have no effect. Let's cancel this box and look at reschedule automatic update schedule installation. Let's click on that one. Let's enable it. And for this option specifies the amount of time for automatic updates to wait following the system restart before proceeding with a scheduled installation that was missed previously. If you set this one to enabled, then the scheduled installation that did not take place earlier will occur the specified number of minutes after the computer is next restarted. You see here on your left hand side, you can specify the number of minutes that you want to use. So there are a number of group policies here that you can take a look at. In your lab session, you'll be going onto the TechNet server to take a look at some of these group policies for WSUS. We want to close the group policy editor. And remember that when you create this group policy object, you then have to link it to the particular OU that you want to receive the policy. For example, if you wanted to link the policy to the ITOU, you would want to right-click on IT and click on Link an Existing GPO. And then you would look for the GPO that you created, which would be WSUS Group Policies. You would click on Group Policies and you would click on OK, so that that group policy is linked to the specific OU where you want those group policies to take effect. This is the end of our WSUS session on group policies. I want to thank you for listening.